always hit record. Always.
Well, welcome all my beer drinking buddies out there and our good time Charlies.
Good time, Charlie's. I like that one.
What does good time Charlie mean to you?
Oh, well, I mean, my name is Charlie, and I'm having a good time, man.
As we have said before, innuendos are free.
Yes, they are. We don't even charge extra.
No extra.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're lucky. You're welcome.
Both. We
Yes.
make you pay in other ways, but innuendos free of charge.
Dim's gonna be free for now.
Until we can figure out a way to monetize it.
That's right.
Well, welcome to Fraternize with these guys. I'm your host, Pastor Pinewood.
I'm busy.
As always, sitting across the table shirtless.
Yes, wouldn't have it any other way.
And Sin Valor's roaming around here somewhere.
Yep.
I think I saw him earlier, so we're not going to make any sudden movements.
That's exactly right.
Be careful. And speaking of old Sin Zalor,
Sinzauer.
That sounds immediately less intimidating.
Yeah, it does.
It sounds like Sin Valor's terrible retarded cousin.
That's Sinzauer.
And again, that's like 2 episodes in a row, or use the R word.
So, man, you're just on a roll.
Not good.
No.
Not good. The
Censors are coming after
somebody's
you,
gonna be upset. But you know what happens when people are upset with us? They send us right to the doghouse.
Yeah.
I'm in the doghouse now.
We
Just what happens.
are back in the doghouse.
We are.
And I guess I could save it for the updates, but I have a kind of some news about old Rocky Jackson.
Yeah. Let's save it for the updates.
Okay.
'Cause it's good. It's pretty good stuff.
Okay, so updates coming up at the end of the show.
Yep.
So shameless plug to make you stick around.
Yes.
And we're in the doghouse today and recording episode number 1T4.
1T4.
So we got through the Stitious episode.
The unlucky number 13. Well, we almost
It's true.
made it up to this episode. I think you were quickly stricken with the sickness.
Oh, man.
After we recorded that episode.
So it was immediately after.
Yeah.
And we're still not sure what I ate. But whatever I ate, I had offended in another life because I was on my butt for, I'm serious, 5 days.
Yeah.
Like, it took me 5 days to get all the way over that.
Telling you, bro, gas station sushi is never a good choice.
I'll probably try it again tomorrow on the way home. But I just, man, it was rough. I got very familiar with my bathroom walls.
Yeah.
I really did.
Did you find out any while you're sitting on the throne? Any honeydews that you were going to add to your own list?
No, there was no time. There was no time to think about those things.
It was just blowing and going.
Yeah, there was some ponder this moments, but very much self-reflection. There was no
Repentance.
very much a lot of repentance. There was a lot of backwards thinking. There was no forward thinking because I didn't even know if I was going to get through it or not. Like I was pretty sure I was going to die in my bathroom.
Well, you're here, and I'm glad that you made it.
A little clammy still, but other than that, we're good to go.
Well, you did fare a little bit better than we did at the Fuzzies on our way to Lake Forest.
That's
So,
true. That's true.
Maybe it was Fuzzies coming back to punch you
Well,
in the gut.
I feel like Fuzzy's already got his shot. Like, he got me good.
Yeah.
That day.
That day did.
And I would hate to know that Fuzzy's was that powerful. That not only did he
got
get
a
me
delayed
good that
effect.
day, but a month later, it's like the curse of Montezuma came back to
Yeah,
get
buddy.
me. So if you don't know what we're talking about, Beezy and I took a trip fishing not too long ago. We did an episode all about, I think it was episode 10.
Episode 10.
It was a lot of fun.
Yes.
And we didn't disclose this, but kind of in a roundabout way on that episode.
Secretly did.
We secretly did, that's true. But on the way, we're driving there. We stopped and got some tacos. They were good.
Yes.
And we were leaving. And I thought, well, I'm going to use the restroom before we go because I have a bladder the size of a walnut. And I didn't want to stop again before we got to Terrell. So here we go, getting in the pickup. And I thought, well, I'm just going to use the restroom. So I go to the restroom and I did what you never do after tacos.
Trusted a fart.
I did. and I paid dearly for it.
Yeah.
And it was like immediate.
All I know is I was sitting in this truck. I was sitting in your truck, and I was like, good God. I guess he had to poop or something. And like 15, 20 minutes later, you come out, you open up the back door of the truck.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you okay, buddy? He goes, nope. I shouldn't have trusted it. And I said, oh, no. He goes, yeah, I gotta find some undoirs.
And so two thoughts immediately came to the head. The first one was, I just Philip Seymour Hoffman this in the Fuzzies in Abilene, Texas. Now, I haven't done that maybe my entire life. Like, this was a first for me.
Yep.
And definitely surprising and embarrassing.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I did the same thing just like the next week.
Well, but it's on the reg for you.
Well,
This is a new occurrence for me, man. But my second thought was, in all seriousness, what do you do in that situation if you don't have backup underwears in the truck?
I mean, you just do what I do on the daily and just freeball it.
Well, then you get your pants all dirty.
Well, that's just a gamble you're gonna have to take. Make sure you're already gambling, so just wear brown pants.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Your wife can handle it whenever
Yeah.
you get home. No big deal.
Just don't say nothing. Throw it in the wash.
Okay. All right. There you go. I like that.
Yeah, it'd be good.
It'd be good.
It'd be good.
All right. So, past the sickness, past the Fuzzies' revenge, and on to bigger, better, badder things, I hope.
Yes.
Speaking of bigger, better, badder things, y'all ought to check out our website.
Yeah.
It's really cool, man.
Been doing some work on it.
have been doing
again.
some work.
We got the Libations Library page. It's going to be continual work in progress,
Yes.
but we got in there, mathemacated, and with your rating and my rating, I have come up with our official, unofficial McNugget scale rating.
Oh, beauty.
So, if you don't know what we're talking about, you should go back to the beginning, check episode 1, episode 2. We go into pretty good discussions about it
At the
there.
very, very beginning, like the first thing,
Yeah.
right out of the gate.
Right out the gate, man.
McDonald's still has not returned our emails.
I know, this is ridiculous.
I got to get that McDonald's check.
They need to bury the hatchet, I guess.
They probably are mad at us.
Which,
I don't know why.
that is, burying the hatchet is a wonderful segue into our Libations Library
You want-
segment.
You ready to kick it off? Like right
Kick
now?
it.
Like right now?
Just do it.
Just do it. Libations, our flagship segment, coming at you.
Libations!
Libations Library, my favorite part of the section.
Yes.
So, if you don't know, I am a pastor, hence the name Pastor
Pastor Pinewood.
Pinewood. And so during the week, I don't really partake. And when I come down here and we sit in the doghouse and we can share a little moment together, have a good time, and crack a beer, and possibly at times smoke a cigar,
Yes, sir.
it's a good time.
It's a good day, Tater.
Something I look forward to on a weekly basis. Mm-hmm. Just glad that the down with the sickness didn't affect this part.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
it could have.
depends.
It
It
could
depends
have.
on if Montezuma's revenge decides to come back. It could.
That's true.
We
And
could
that's
end this recording a little short.
That's true, and that's why I'm wearing Depends.
Oh, well, a sponsor? Possibly,
Possibly
you.
you. That's a pretty rough sponsor for a couple of middle-aged white dudes. Trust us, we highly recommend.
Yes.
I feel bad that this libation segment has started with Depends, especially because of this beer we're about to drink.
Yeah. So I said earlier, burying the hatchet is the segue because what we're drinking today it's coming from Southern Star Brewing Company, and it is called the Buried Hatchet Stout.
And I know, well, you know what? I was going to say, I know that y'all can't see it to see the picture, but they can see it if they'll go to our Facebook page.
That's true.
And check it out on
Tuesday,
Tuesdays.
I'll post the beverage of choice.
Okay.
and you can have a look-see there.
All
But
right. So tell us a little bit about this. What I was going to say is the picture is literally.
A buried hatchet with
buried
a tree
hatchet.
growing out the top of the handle.
Yeah, I like it.
It's
It
beautiful.
is nice. Kind of the old.
Symbology.
There you go. The old wood graving style.
Yeah.
I dig it. Okay, so tell us a little bit about this brew.
All right. So this is Southern Star Brewing Company is in Conroe, Texas.
Good old Conroe.
Yeah, it is dark brown in color. They say on the website, this monster smells of coffee and chocolate.
And it does.
Yes, the taste is much of the same with hints of creamy toffee and roasted malts. Smooth and delicious, this medium-bodied ale is all about the malts, but has enough hop bitterness to be balanced.
Okay.
It is a 8.5 on the ABV
Okay.
with an IBU of 40.
Okay, so 40's a little high for a stout.
Sure,
Okay, so it's not going to be quite as sweet. That's good for me.
good for you.
All right. And it says it's got a little bit of hops action too.
Yeah,
Okay. All right, I'm looking
which is
forward to it.
surprising as because I've had this one before.
Okay, so you've partaken.
I have partook of this.
And as we've mentioned several times, old Beezy lives down here in a place where he can get beer on the reg, good beer. I live in a place where I have to brew my own bathroom hooch to get anything.
Turlet hooch.
I was brewing. You know what? Never mind.
Nope.
Never
Yeah.
mind. So, anything else to say about this particular brew before we have a tasty poo?
No, I say cue the music.
All right, go ahead and let's get cracking.
There's a tear in my beer, 'cause I'm crying for you, dear. You are my lonely mind.
Okay. Okay, so far, wow. Initial taste on my end, because stouts are usually too sweet, that thrills my taste buds.
Yep.
Really like that.
I had a sneaking suspicion this was probably going to be a favorite of yours, just because even on the back end of it, I get that hoppiness on the back.
Yep. So the hops doesn't come out to me, and I think what they said on, I guess it's on their website where they said it's balanced.
Yes.
I think that's a great explanation. It is a balanced stout.
Yeah.
It's not too sweet, and like you said, even all throughout from the beginning to the end, and even on the back end, it's very good.
Yeah.
Taste the coffee.
Yep.
You can taste the chocolate. The malt is definitely there. I dig it. I
Yeah.
dig it, and it's not. And we're not drinking it super super cold.
No.
So
Not super chilled.
no, and not cowboy cold either.
Right.
So, man, I like that a whole bunch.
I figured you would.
Okay, what's your thoughts?
Well, me personally, I do like it. I have other stouts that I appreciate a little more, just because it doesn't taste like just what I would think of a stout. Like you said, it is a very well balanced beverage.
Yes, it is. And they say it should be enjoyed at about 55 degrees, so we're a little chillier than that.
Yeah.
So you might even get a little more flavor out of it as it warms.
Sure. It's not bad. It does come in a 4-pack, and it's kind of pricey.
That's right. That's right.
So
4-pack was what, $12?
yeah, it was $12 at the local beer place that I got it. So it's not terrible. In the price range. I mean, if you're getting a 6-pack for $12, that's not bad. But 4 of them for $12, it's high, not unreasonable,
Not
because
unreasonable.
it is a good beer and it is a higher ABV.
Yep. And I love the fact that it's brewed in Texas.
Yep,
I like
and it's
that.
brewed in Texas. So
But there's
can't go
several of
wrong with
those that we've had. The Dragon's Milk and the Temptress, those are all 4-packs and fairly expensive.
Yeah, yeah.
But worth it.
Yeah,
for
well,
me.
those are quite a bit higher too.
It's true, 15, 16 for 4-packs. Isn't that right? For the
Yes.
Dragon's Milk.
Yeah, but they're also higher ABVs.
Okay. All right. This is what you said, 8.5?
This is 8.5.
Okay. I dig it, and if I had to knock it on anything, it's so ironic, but for a stout in the stout category, it's a little bitter.
Yeah.
Now I don't mind that at all because I don't like the overly sweet, but for a stout, it does have a little bit of bitterness there. Again, it's well rounded, but if you're a stout guy, I'm
Pretty
not-
good.
I don't know. If you really, really like, especially milk stouts, sweet stouts, I'm not sure if this would be as advertised for you.
Right.
For me, I'm gonna give it all of 92.
92.
Yeah, I'm going way up there. I would
Wow.
love it. Wouldn't change a thing.
3 out of 5 stars.
3 out of 5 stars. Yeah, for sure. So for sure, 5 out of 5 stars. Great beer. Highly recommend. And I'm gonna have to pick some of this up on the way home.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. Really good.
And I agree with you. It is a pretty tasty beverage. I think just on the price point with it being a 4-pack,
That's true.
I'm not, like you said, I am a big milk stout fan.
Right.
So it doesn't just doesn't tickle all the right spots,
Okay.
but it is good. So I'm gonna give it an 85.
Okay. All right. So we got a B and an A.
Yep.
All right. So I don't know. The math wizard over here might be able to look it up if he's got it pulled up. But I wonder what our widest chasm has been so far.
So
Probably about that 7 points that we're at today. I would say is probably our one of our wider.
yeah, because
Differences.
let's see, I'm looking at it right now. The Shiner Holiday Cheer was 7.
Okay.
And actually, the Strawberry Rhubarb Sour Ale was 10.
Oh, it was 10.
We had a
Okay.
10-point difference on that.
Okay,
one.
I got you. Well, we have yet to come to a beer that we necessarily can crap all over, and I'm happy for that.
Yeah.
I do hear that we have one in the
Well, I've got
upcoming
one.
weeks.
I've got one on deck that's coming up here soon.
Yeah, and I think what we'll do instead of tagging them on Tuesday, we'll just do a blackout picture. But this one's great, and I do like being introduced to some of these new beers. So check us out on Facebook, and on Tuesdays we'll post all the information. We'll post their brewery, we'll post our rankings as well as a picture of the beer, and you guys can tell us what you think.
Yep. And they have on their website, it is southernstarbrewing.com. You can go there, and it looks like they actually have a way to pick up. Of course, you've got to be in Conroe. But,
Right.
And it does say that it will not be shipped. It must be picked up at the brewery.
Okay.
So
So you got to find a distributor or pick it up at the brewery.
yes, that is
Okay.
correct.
And I imagine outside of Texas, probably not
It'd be
not
difficult.
likely.
Difficult.
You could call me.
I mean, we could probably ship you one.
I mean, what FedEx doesn't know won't hurt them.
I mean, TABC's not regulating the USPS.
I think they are.
Probably so. I think we just got flagged for that comment.
That might fall under ATF. I don't want them coming to my house.
Yeah, that's true.
They can have my beer, but there's other stuff I don't want them. I don't want them getting their hands on.
Touch my guns, son.
I lost them in a boating accident. All right, great beer. Well, thank you for our flagship section. Let's get right into our Armada
The Armada.
section. 4 questions.
4 questions.
4 questions. All right, 4 questions today is brought to you by nobody because we have no sponsors.
Yeah, not this week.
It's coming though. I can feel it in my
is.
bones.
It is.
Like we had one sponsor 1 week,
yep,
and the sponsor price was a cigar cutter.
yep.
Totally worth it.
Well, I guess we could plug.
That was old Jay's down there in Childress,
Yeah,
Childress,
that,
Texas.
and then we could plug the Prairie Blossom
Oh yeah, that's
indoor
right.
outdoor market.
Yeah, in
'cause-
Lubbock.
Yeah, well, Wolfforth.
Oh, that's right. It's not quite in Lubbock.
It's in Wolfforth.
And
They
if you're not from this area, you have no idea.
you Googleize it. we'll plug them on the Facebook page,
There you go.
and I'll put their Facebook stuff on our website as well, so you can just hyperlink over to that.
And it's kind of nerdy, but you got us some kicking honey.
Yeah, which is from it's where we got the mead, the
That's
Creek
true.
House Honey Farm there in Canyon.
Yeah, which is wholesale their honey out.
Yeah, and I got the chocolate honey,
Yeah,
and then I got a cinnamon spun honey,
and it's tasty.
which is, I mean, I'm just doing spoonfuls of that.
I saw.
Yeah.
I can attest to this.
It's delish.
Well, it's pretty good. I don't know if I could eat just spoonfuls of it, but it's pretty good.
But Joe, we went out to the Prairie Blossom on Saturday, and they have a vendor out there that is possibly going to be a sponsor. So I don't want to plug them too hard yet.
Okay.
But they do have meat, and I smoked some of the meat, ground beef, and 2 monster top sirloins.
Yeah.
And they turned out phenomenally.
And these are grass
Grass-fed
fed,
in
and
the area.
steaks were aged. Is that right? Dry aged.
Yes.
Sounds
And they were
delicious.
they were amazing.
Okay.
So
All right. Well, let's harp on them a little bit. Maybe they could send us some more of those
ground beef,
Yeah.
top sirloins,
Whatever.
I'll take it.
I'll take the
I'll
whole-
take the ground beef. Ground beef was good too.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And burgers were phenoms.
Well, maybe we can just buy a half a cow.
Yeah.
We can get cow shares.
Yeah. There we go. Hey, you don't even have to pay for the sponsorship spot. Just throw us a half cow.
There you go. A half cow
We'll plug you every episode.
until we run out of that half cow.
Yeah,
and then we're going to need some more of that cow.
That $1.50.
All right, I got 2 questions. Beezy's got 2 questions, and my 2 questions kind of go together. And so, dealer's choice, my friend. You can start or I can start.
Let's go with you.
All right. So I have 2, and both of them they're going to beckon us back to our, I was going to say successful, but maybe not so successful dating days.
Oh, I don't even remember them.
It's been a little bit. So these both have to do with breaking up with your girlfriend.
Okay.
Okay. And both of them, the gentleman gives reasons for
Okay.
breaking up.
It's reasonable.
And not great reasons.
Okay.
So let's start with question number 1. This is from Animated Fellow, and he asked on. That's it. I thought there was more to his name, but that's it. Animated Fellow, and it makes you wonder: is he animated like somebody drew him, or is he animated like Robin Williams when he talks?
Or he's just a huge anime fan.
Oh,
but
that-
he's just breaking into it and doesn't realize it's called anime.
Oh.
And he's calling it animated.
I still like to think that he just talks really loud with all of his appendages.
Okay, I
And
like
he's,
it.
He's animated.
Just very animated.
I think it said animated.
Yeah. I don't even think that's a word. And I've been wording for about 28, 30 years.
If we got some fact checkers out there, you can type that sucker into Google. Animated.
Animated?
I think I say it different every time.
Oh, well, you just take the route.
You know what? One of these times I'm going to get a new word.
Hey, there you go. Yeah, I mean, you're not quite on par with me yet.
I'm not going to get a Plumptable,
You're not getting hashtag plantable. That is trademarked, by the way.
but we totally trademarked Plumptable.
Yes, we did.
And it looks a little pretentious on Facebook.
And I'm 100% cool with that. How many words did you come up with?
Zero words.
I did.
To be fair, I came up with 3 just now, but I don't remember any of them. And nobody's ever going to use them. So,
Fair enough. Well,
Okay.
hit us question 1.
question 1, and I'll apologize for all of my good little old church folks that listen. Your pastor's going to use the term farted. And I apologize, but it's a natural product of life. So,
Yeah,
and if you're really honest with each other, everybody likes a good fart joke.
everybody does.
Everybody does. The question is from Animated Fellow. My girlfriend farted while we were kissing. Should I break up with her?
No.
That's the question. Then he goes on. Yesterday, my girlfriend and I were hanging out with a couple of friends, and we decided to break away from everyone and be alone.
Break away. Nice choice of words.
He was animated.
Hey.
We started kissing, and about 10 seconds into it, she passed gas. It was bad. It smelled like garbage that had been left out in the sun for weeks. It was so bad that I started to gag. I was able to stop gagging long enough to tell her it was okay, but then she ran away, and I haven't talked to her since. Should I break up with her?
I mean, this could go one of 2 ways.
It's
and it's going to be in a very rapid succession.
okay. All right,
So
let's see what you got.
1, she hasn't talked to you because she probably sharted. So she had to go clean her drawers at the house.
Maybe not. Poor girl.
Likely though, the way she handled it.
You don't think this possible? She was just embarrassed.
I mean, probably, but I don't like it. It doesn't smell right.
And it doesn't help the fact that this animated fellow like started gagging. Like, come on,
Yeah,
guy.
I mean, sack up, Todd Tom.
Seriously.
It's a fart.
Yeah. What are you, the ferret?
The Parrot. Yeah, I know, right? The old Parrot. We made him Gagamus. Actually, I think we made him Chuck once.
Yeah, we did. So
twice.
Our poor buddy, like he just can't handle it.
Yeah.
Anything and everything. Just anyway, I don't mean to get off on that. So first and foremost, you kind of messed up with the gagging. That's a little extreme.
It is.
Like,
it is.
You're a guy. Come on.
So one of two ways. And
Okay.
like I said, rapid succession is how it's going to play out.
All right.
You break up with her, and then you have nothing to do with her ever again. Just cut all ties.
Okay.
Or two, marry her. And like next week.
Oh wow. Quick.
I mean, it's going to be one of those. It has to.
Okay.
Because she has the common courtesy to rip ass in front of you. And granted, you did gag.
Yeah, that's a horrible
So,
reaction.
Maybe she asks you to marry her.
I was thinking maybe she should break up with you.
Yeah, well, there's that one.
Yeah,
So,
like-
okay.
I don't think you deserve this gal.
No, she's champion.
She is a champion. Sounds like.
So it sounds like basically I'm hoping she is listening because she needs to break up with him.
Yes.
And then if he is able to ask her to marry,
Uh-huh.
she has to say yes.
Why does she have to say yes?
I mean, she owes it to him.
Oh, she. Okay. All right. So, in no circumstance would you suggest him break up with her,
No.
even if she did pull the old Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Even if she did, I mean,
By the
talk
way,
it out.
that's what we're calling it from now on. The
You Hoffman,
PSH.
the PSH did.
And if you don't know what we're talking about, that movie is
Along Came Polly. Yeah.
with Aniston and
Ben Stiller.
there you go. That's a good one.
It is.
One-
it is.
Probably one of the most classic scenes of all time.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
And Philip Seymour Hoffman, God rest him, fantastic in just about everything that he did.
That's true.
That's true. Okay, so definitely don't break up. Probably marry her, and also sack up with the gagging.
Yeah.
It's a little much.
I mean, come on now.
Come on. Okay, all right, good.
I like that one.
Second question that deals with the girlfriend.
Okay.
This is going to be a little bit different
Okay.
because it still has to do with a girlfriend. However, this comes from Socially Awkward, and she happens to be a girl as well.
Oh. So it's a girl and her girlfriend.
Correct.
Okay.
She says, my girlfriend has a lazy eye and she's constantly looking at other women. Should we break up? And she goes on, I'm sick of her looking at any women that walk by. What is her problem? Should we just break up?
Well, no, you certainly shouldn't. Double check what she's looking at.
She's probably trying to look at you,
And-
Sarah.
Yeah, well, I mean, there is that one too. She may not be able to help the fact that her eye has a bad work ethic. So it could just be that. And she can't help it. It's just a wanderer.
Yeah.
So
God slapped one of those little googly eyes on this creation, and she doesn't have any control over it. So how do you know where she's looking or not looking?
I mean, just because she's looking doesn't mean that she's paying attention.
Oh, that's fair.
And she could be devoting all of her attention to you.
Yes.
Or she is using she could be developed enough to use both sides of her brain at the same time to where she could look at you and carry on a conversation, and she uses her other eye to scout scout for a usable room product.
Oh, I see. So instead of using her peripherals, she just flat out uses the lazy eye excuse.
Yes.
Okay.
She could be.
Is it possible that she trained her eye
To
be
go on the hunt.
to be the scout?
Could be.
And she just says that it's a lazy eye, when in fact it's actually a scouting eye.
That's brilliant.
So
That's
make-
exactly what it is.
Oh, so she's a guy.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That makes total sense. That makes so much sense.
She has crossed the bridge. She's got the woman half of her brain working and the guy half of her brain working.
Gotcha. Which half is the lizard brain?
Oh, that's over on the back by the cloaca.
Should you break up with her? No, Nancy. You need to get over yourself just a little bit. I think.
Or, like I said, find out what she's looking at, and then have her go talk to that person and invite them into the bedroom.
Oh, okay. So
A
you're
little
saying
menage a trois.
okay. All right. Well, I can't recommend that pastorally,
Well, that's fair.
but I would venture to guess that two ladies in a committed relationship, they probably don't care
That's true.
about
your opinion.
about my pastoral advice anyway. One way, however you slice it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So.
However, it's scissored.
Oh, God. That's a myth, by the way. Okay, so 2 questions about girlfriends, about breaking up. Both questions, the person asking the breakup question probably is more at fault than the person being asked about.
I like it.
Okay, what you got?
All right.
Question number, Trace.
Yes, numero trace. This is coming in from Ricky Spanish.
Okay.
Oh, Ricky Spanish says, either DoorDash tonight by a professional.
Whoa, what?
Hang on, let me finish. Or
What's DoorDash?
let me finish. Either DoorDash tonight by a professional or get something delivered from the local pizza shop by some high school kid. What should I do?
So DoorDash is kind of like Grubhub, like a knockoff Grubhub.
I think they're all the same.
But they've got like college graduates working there apparently.
Yeah, college kids. Now, being where we live, it's a bit of a trek to get into town to get foods and stuff. So we use DoorDash quite a bit.
Okay. And they're professionals. Like, do they wear suits?
No.
Are they called Jeeves?
No, there's definitely no Jeeves delivering food to us.
They serve it with a little towel over their left arm.
Would you like me to wipe your face, sir?
Does your Taco Bell come with that little silver platter case? They set it down and
there's
lift it
some
off.
fancy word for that, and I heard it the other day, and I was like, "What the hell is that?" And the wife goes, "That's what that lid is called."
Oh, that little silver lid thing?
Yeah, there's
nice.
actually a technical word.
It's not
for it.
It's not called silver lid thing.
Silver lid thing. No, and I'm kicking myself for not remembering
Okay,
it.
all right.
But I'll put it on Facebook later.
Sounds
That's
great.
all I'm going to say is just boom that word. That'll be the whole
with
post.
a picture of it.
Yes.
No explanation.
No explanation. If you know, you know.
That's right. That's right. Okay, so the question is, he's relating a difference between the two,
Yes.
and I would suggest there's probably not a difference. I mean, not really, right?
I mean,
It's both of them is a dude or a dudette coming to your door in their Toyota Corolla that was made in 1994, and they're bringing you your food.
fair.
Like what?
But I will say, with having delivery from both options,
Okay, so you're a champion in this regard too.
champion in the food delivery realm.
Okay, all right.
With DoorDash and all the other ones are pretty comparable. Uber Eats does it. I think Favor, and then DoorDash, and then Grubhub.
You can tell I live in the middle of nowhere because I've heard of one of those things.
But
And by the way, we don't have it. I've just heard of it.
they have the options to, if something is wrong with what you're ordering, because basically what happens is you order it, they call the restaurant, place the order.
Okay.
A driver goes and picks it up and comes back and delivers it to you.
Okay.
So, if there's any issues with that, these guys are really good at making things right.
Okay.
And they go above and beyond making things right.
All right, I gotcha.
I've had issues where I've ordered a pizza from, say, Pizza Hut.
Yes.
I don't know. We may have to bleep that one.
I don't care.
Anyways.
They're not going to listen to this.
Yeah, that's fair. But I've had a pizza, completely wrong pizza, show up at my house. And I was like, dude, this isn't even the right thing. And they're like, oh, I'm sorry, man. Let me go back and get you another one. So I ate the pizza like a gentleman.
Of course.
And then they showed back up and they brought me the correct pizza. He said, "Did you eat the other pizza?" I said, "Yeah, I did. It took you an hour and a half to get this pizza back to me. I was
hungry.
hungry. I had to eat." And they're like, "Oh, well, I guess I'll let them know, but we were supposed to pick that one back up." And I was
Nice.
like, "Well, I think health code allows you not to do that." But anyways,
So what you're saying is their service is poor, whereas DoorDash, because it's kind of a nationwide corporate thing, they
Yeah.
make sure to take
Above
care
and
of their.
beyond.
Okay, all right. So it's a service thing. So his
Yes.
question, you're arguing, is valid.
yes, for sure.
But his question also is linchpinned on the fact that one costs a little bit more, I would suggest, or I would assume.
Yeah, there's a little bit more of a cost
Okay. So,
for the delivery services.
so number 3 from Taco Bell is going to cost you about $50.
Nah,
Not that
no,
bad.
no. It's not that bad at all. But there is a little bit of a fee to it. However, there's a lot of stuff that is delivered now that doesn't have a delivery option.
Okay.
So if I wanted to get said Taco Bell doesn't have a delivery service.
Correct.
They use DoorDash.
Okay. All right. I got you. So,
It opens up your food choices.
all right. So if you were going to answer this fine fellow, what would you answer?
DoorDash, bruh,
So-
and leave a tip.
So spend the extra couple bucks,
Yes.
tip them well,
Tip them well.
and they'll take care of you. Something
That's
like that.
exactly right.
All right. I can get behind you. I'm gonna forgo any kind of answer because I don't have
This
the
hits
proper.
close. This hits close to home for you, though.
Why? Oh,
You delivered pizza.
That's true.
For years.
yeah, like 6 years.
Yeah.
So all through college, and while I took a break from college, which was ample,
Yep.
and technically I never took a break because I always took at least one class.
Oh, that's fair.
So I was breaking, but not a full break. But anyway, so I did for a long time, and I really liked it. I enjoyed it. Like I had a really cool group of guys that worked with us, and the pay's pretty good. And if you're busy, you're making $15, $25 an hour. We lived in kind of a little small town, and we knew a bunch of. It was fun. I really liked it.
Yeah.
And, it was all right. Not something I want to do like professionally or anything, but it was all right.
You're not a professional.
Not a professional.
So you would never work for DoorDash.
I would never work for DoorDash. Not a professional.
Fair enough.
Ironically, for the last part of like the 6 months that I worked there, I actually had a college degree and still was delivering pizzas.
That will happen.
That sometimes will happen.
Most people getting college degrees are still going to be
Well.
delivering pizzas.
That is true, sir.
That's a topic for a different day.
Yep. How about question number 4?
Question number 4. All right. This one's got a pretty decent explanation at the end. So the question is coming in from Drew. And
Okay.
Drew asks, what is the opposite of thank you? And he goes on to say, what is the opposite of thank you? Is there any phrase one could say to express, I actively do not appreciate this?
Okay. I can think of a few.
It's not no thank you, because that's just a polite way to decline something while still letting the person know you appreciate the offer. What's something you would show, or what's something that would show your disappreciation?
Well, you could just say no. Just a flat no.
Frig off, Leahy.
You could say that. Or other choice F words.
Yeah.
So that's a possibility. My question is context. So, in what context? Is somebody giving him something where he literally is so appalled at the gift that he wants the opposite of thank you?
So it's like you ordered and had a wife for the night.
Oh, okay, goodness. That
And,
took a weird turn.
The
I thought you were going back to DoorDash. Hey, does DoorDash have that option?
I don't know. Possibly soon. That could be. Hey, we've been doing an idea every episode.
Every episode we
This
got
could
it.
be our DoorDash.
I was going to recommend a beer to your doorstep, but maybe the Russian wife is the better. That's a better avenue.
So maybe he had a wife for the night, and in the morning she's getting ready to leave and said, "By the way, you've got an STD. Thanks." I mean, what do you say to that? It's not my peas. It's her peas.
How did your mind get there?
I don't know.
I was thinking like somebody gave him some like a bad piece of banana bread or something.
Oh, like a bad pizza.
Why is that?
I don't know.
I was like bad banana bread. Poor Beezy's like prostitute.
She gave you an STD.
Oh my gracious. Okay, so I'm gonna bypass that particular story and just go with something else entirely. So if you get something, no, I can't now. It's in my brain, like an STD, and they say thanks.
Thanks for the good time.
And it's so he doesn't want to say thank you. He wants the complete opposite of thank you.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go with frig you.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and probably a little stronger language is required if
Yeah.
the Russian wife is that's a weird situation. Why in
It
the
is.
world did you bring that up? I'm gonna go back to banana bread.
It's banana bread. So she gives you some.
She gives you some soggy banana bread that's
some
no
soggy
good.
banana bread with an STD in it. And she says, "I hope you like my bread. Thank you for the good evening."
Like I said, innuendos are free, and apparently banana bread has become an innuendo for a Russian bride for the night.
I like it.
It's good.
Inside jokes are building.
New every time. New every time. We need somebody who's really good at graphic artistry to
Yeah.
make us an image of a Russian night bride that's
You mean
banana bread.
A banana bread?
A banana bread
A Russian banana bread?
You know what's funny? In Russia, they don't have bread at all.
No, it's like croutons.
I was going like with they don't have any.
Oh, they don't
They're starving Marvins.
they don't have bread.
That's why all their brides are over here trying to find a mate.
It's just vodka. They got vodka bread.
They got potato bread.
They take croutons and reconstitute it with vodka.
That's why they're so hungry. They got plenty of potatoes, but they're making vodka with it, so they can't afford to eat it. Okay,
Oh, goodness gracious.
I don't know. So they technically speaking, the opposite of thank you is just no thank you, right?
But he says that's still.
Well, he's just making the argument that it's too kind. It's still the opposite. Whether or not you feel that it's harsh enough, that's a whole nother issue.
Hank, just bite me.
Okay, which also is how you get STDs from
That's
Russian
true.
brides.
That's true. That's you biting that soiled banana bread.
Oh gosh. Well, I'm done with our 4 questions today.
I like it.
Yep, rough section. So the Armada section is over and done with. How about we get on to some squiggly diggly sections?
Squiggly digglies.
Squiggly digglies. Let's do something we haven't done in a couple weeks. A little cinemas.
In the off chance that we get pulled because of that, I'm going to learn that on recorder
That's funny.
just so we can have it.
I have missed that button.
I know. I
That's a good one.
thoroughly enjoy listening to that one.
I have played that for my wife several times just in the evenings when we're sitting around doing nothing.
Beauty.
Like a lot. And she
Oh, I'm sure she loves that.
She don't like it. She don't like it. All right, we're going to do something with Cinemize with these guys. And so what we try to do is we pick a movie or a television reference or some sort of question and we answer them. We've done top 5s in the past. We've done favorite actors. We've done Nick Cage. Did we do Nick Cage movies?
I think so.
Yeah, that was fun too. Today's going to be a lot of fun and a little bit of challenge as well.
Okay.
So we're going to be talking about Adam Sandler and all of his movie repertoire.
Oy.
And also, we'll kind of sub-mention Happy Madison films. Because that
Okay.
deserves a mention, and we'll get there in just a moment. But here's the challenge. We're going to do a top 3
Okay.
Adam Sandler movies. And the deal is you get 3, and you can never watch any of the other ones ever again. And you have to rank the 3 that you pick.
I feel like this is pretty easy.
It sounds easy, but it gets tough when you get down into the specifics, especially, well, we'll get there. So, favorite Adam Sandler movies. I mean, there's kind of the gold standards.
Billy Madison.
Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, 50 First Dates, Big Daddy,
Longest Yard.
Waterboy. There's some good ones.
Yeah.
And you mentioned one that I didn't think of right off the top of my head, but Click.
Yeah.
That's a good
It
one.
was a good movie.
Yeah. And he also had like the old classic, The Wedding Singer.
Oh my God, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, that one's a good one. And don't forget, little one that kind of sneaks in there is Little Nicky.
Yeah.
Great movie.
It wasn't a great movie.
It's
It
not
was
a great movie. I take that back.
movie.
Not a great movie.
Terrible movie.
But worth watching. So if you had to pick, and the reason I say Happy Madison films, because there's one in particular that both of us would probably put in our top 3 if we had to, but it is Adam Sandler's not in it.
Yeah, he's not in it. But it is Happy Madison Productions.
That's right. And that would be
Grandma's Boy.
such a great film.
Yes.
Yes. The first 20 minutes of that movie.
Yeah.
Some of the best cinematic comedy out there.
It's brilliant.
It really is. Don't watch it with your children.
No.
Yeah.
Or your parents.
Or your parents. It would be bad. It would be bad. All right. So I'm gonna go and just list my 5.
Okay.
And then we'll try to whittle it down.
Okay.
All right. So definitely Happy Gilmore,
Oh, for sure.
Billy Madison,
For sure.
Big Daddy,
Okay.
The Waterboy,
Yeah.
and then number 5. If I had to do number 5, it would probably be The Longest Yard.
Okay.
So but here's
You said 3,
yeah,
right?
that's the crux, is narrowing it down to 3. And
Okay.
and you can never watch any of the other ones again. And by the way, I forgot about Mr. Deeds.
Yeah.
I like
Mr.
that movie too.
Deeds.
It's really good.
Now, he had a ton of stuff come out on Netflix that were just like Netflix
Yes. Now,
only.
now-
and those,
we disagree on these because you did not like them at all.
no.
Like, saw no value in them at all.
No.
Okay.
They were terrible.
So I haven't seen all of them. I think I have seen all of them. But my favorite was The Cobbler. That was the first one.
that's where he did the shoes, right?
Hence the name The Cobbler.
The
bro.
cobbler.
It's weird. It's a weird movie. It's not a good movie. It's not. I'm not saying that it's a good or great movie, but it's enjoyable. It's really weird and kind of quirky, and I liked it. He also did one with David Spade called The Do-Over, and it was pretty good. And then he did another
saw
one
that one,
called Hubie Halloween, and it is hilarious from start to finish. It's goofy. It's fun. It's fantastic.
I saw that one on the movies you should watch, and I couldn't get past the name, so I was like, nope, I think I'm not gonna watch that.
Well,
He hasn't done anything good in a while.
His name in
so
the show is literally Hubie Halloween. It's fantastic.
I just don't. I don't feel like I could do that one.
You got to watch it. It's
Just because you said I gotta watch it, I'll give it a look.
classic. By the end, so I'll admit, the first 20 minutes, I was like, this is a pile of garbage. But by the end, it had won me over. It's kind of like dating a girl with a wandering eye. Like at first, you can't get past it. It's too distracting. But by the time you're 80, it's endearing.
It's paid homage.
And if you fixed her eye, it wouldn't be the same person.
Exactly.
Okay, that was a long way.
There's a
to come
long
back.
way to go back to that.
It really was. Probably the weirdest one was a movie called Uncut Gems.
I've never even heard of that
Okay.
one.
Do you remember the movie with Statham where he had to keep his heart rate above a certain count or he was going to die? Crank?
Crank. Yeah.
Okay. It's kind of like that, but worse.
Oh, worse.
The whole movie is just like, it leaves you on edge the whole movie. Like until the very end, because you're just going through this story with this guy that literally is about to die, and everything bad that can happen to a dude happens to this dude.
And you said worse than Crank, and that one was
It's
just terrible.
Exhausting. It's one of those movies when it's done, you're just like, oh god, like you feel like you've done some exercises or something, like you just did some jumping jacks.
Okay.
So that one's not a great movie either. But it's worth a watch just because for what it's trying to do and trying to be, I think it's really good.
Huh.
And
Interesting.
He's very versatile. because all those roles are completely and totally different than each other.
Sure.
So I would take a look at the Netflix films that he's done in the past 4 years because they're fairly good. Not great, but worth a watch. Okay, so you've had some time to think. If you had to narrow it down to 3, what would they be in what order?
Billy Madison,
Now,
number 1.
we agreed.
Hands down.
We agreed, like immediately agreed on Billy Madison.
Happy Gilmore,
Happy Gilmore.
easily number 2.
Okay.
And then Waterboy.
Okay. Now,
I think those are his 3 defining roles.
so here's where it got tricky for me because I've got to leave the Waterboy out.
Okay.
I've got to put Big Daddy in number 2 and Happy Gilmore in 3.
Huh.
And I don't really know why. I don't know if it's the good storyline or this little cute kid or I don't know. I don't know what it is. Or it's got the lady from Chasing Amy in it and I always had kind of a little crush on her. Maybe that's maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
Maybe so. But regardless, that's number 2. So Billy Madison, Big Daddy, and Happy Gilmore for me. I can't watch any other ones ever again. It's kind of sad.
I will throw a little caveat
Okay.
of The Longest Yard because that technically was a remake.
Yeah, that's right. And not only was it a remake, but it was a remake from a great movie.
Yeah.
Like the original's great
Yeah.
with old Burt Reynolds, and I mean it's a good movie. And I will say, for those guys to take on that remake, took some guts.
Yeah. Well, considering what that production company had been doing up to that point was all just slapstick comedy movies.
Yep, and made all of them multi-millionaires.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how much money he made on some of that stuff, but a lot.
A lot
of money. All right, so we want to hear what you think. Adam Sandler movies, let us know your top 3. And I would especially like to know if you don't put Billy Madison in the number 1 slot, which one would you put in there?
And give us a reason why you're wrong.
Yes. Yeah. Or don't. Or don't. You could do the opposite of thank you and just not put them at all.
There you go.
So my wife didn't even have Billy Madison in her top 3.
Do what?
Yeah. Yeah. So not her cup of tea.
Well, I mean, it was a little rough around the edges.
It's got some issues, you know.
But there's just so many quotable lines from that movie.
Yep, fantastic. From the nudie magazine day to the penguin hopping around. I mean, it's so good.
Yeah.
So good. And Miss Veronica Vaughn, and it's a good movie.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
So you can, we can do some plugs and then we'll do the rest of the segments here in just a minute. But you can go to our Facebook page.
Yep.
And you can leave us a comment. And you can also go to our website.
Yep.
Tell them what they can do on our website.
So from the website, you can actually do anything. You can rate
Anything?
the website.
Like go to the moon?
Yep. It's going to cost you a lot. You're going to have to subscribe.
Ooh.
We'll send you to the moon if you pay for it.
Oh, nice. Hey, we can DoorDash it.
We'll DoorDash you to the moon. You got to foot the bill, though.
Okay. Hey, if the money's right, you can get the mood, a beer, and a Russian bride all at the same time.
Yeah, if you play your cards right. But the website is www.fwtgpodcast.com. There you can listen to all the episodes.
That's
you
right, you
can. We've got our little About Us page.
Yes.
Check out our reviews. We've got the Work in Progress, the Libations Library. The most important one is rate these guys. You click on that, it'll let you do your star rating. We'll take 5.
Yes, please.
That'd be great.
Yep.
And then leave us a little review, what you think about the podcast, and then when you click submit, it automatically goes to Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, that's right. Little cross promotion
Yeah,
there.
yeah. And then the other one is the Chatternize with these guys. That'll let you get on the email list.
Beauty.
So anytime we do something crazy, we can just kind of blast out an email for everybody.
Right.
So you can be in the know, because we've got a merch store
Yes, we do.
that is going to be coming up.
Hey, by the way, Can I get a koozie yet?
No, you can't.
Dadgummit, man.
You still hadn't helped me make it. And I guess we'll go into this a little bit later on.
That's right.
Towards the end. But yeah, website, you go in, you can leave comments and leave us a voicemail. It's the blue circle in the bottom right corner with the microphone in it. Click it, leave us a voice message.
And we'll play it on air.
Yes, we will.
How about a little thank you blinders?
Thank you, blindness.
Always want to be smoking a cigar on that last note and just let the exhale come. It just makes perfect sense.
It does.
I've got a great one for you, my friend.
Okay, well, let me get rid of mine.
You're gonna go first?
I want to go first.
All right, let's have it.
Okay.
Well, before you do that, I know we're already on episode 124, and everybody's
124?
kind of familiar, but all the questions and things that we do beforehand, we banter about a little bit before the episode. So we know what the 4 questions are going to be. We typically know what Cinemize is going to be. But Thanky Blinders is blind, hence the name. So Beezy has a question for me that I have not heard. I have a question for him that he has not heard, and we kind of do things off the cuff. That's why the Thanky Blinder from a couple of weeks ago was so brilliant.
Yes.
And by the way, for our Facebook fans, if you like our page and you follow our page, this next week I'm going to do a clip of that particular sound file, and we're going to throw it on Facebook as a little advertisement.
Nice.
Because I thought it was so brilliant and hilarious.
Which one?
The Thank You Blinder about the Super Bowl commercial.
Oh, yeah.
It was good. I think that was episode 1T1
One, was it?
or
Was it
1T2.
I think it's 1T2.
Well, regardless.
Either way.
I'm going to do it because it's funny.
I like it.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay. What was the moment where you felt most grateful?
Most grateful. Just in general?
Just in general.
Wow, man, that's a
It's a
weird,
Deepy.
tough question.
You're welcome. It's Thinky Blinders.
Most grateful. Man, I don't know. I feel grateful quite often, I guess. Little introspection is good on a normal basis. I would say it has to be wrapped up in some sort of marriage deal. It just seems like there's milestones that you hit when you're married. And I'm sure you remember, and I'm sure you've heard since you got married, but people would tell you things like you'll love her more as you go on. Or you'll talk to somebody who's in their 60s or 70s. I love her more today than I did when I first met her. I always thought it was just kind of like you just say that because, you say that and like, it's cute and it's just something to say.
Sure.
But it's true though. You grow to appreciate that relationship more and more. So I would say that gratitude wise, it's got to be wrapped up in that. And I don't have a specific time. Now, as far as like when I felt grateful for something, we talked last week or 2 weeks ago about my little car accident.
Yeah.
I felt grateful for walking away from that, dude.
Surviving.
Yeah. 2 legs, able to walk out from under that. And so there's some issues where I felt grateful in that way. But yeah, definitely marriage. It's going to have to be.
I like that.
Yeah, and not a specific time. Just
that she actually said yes.
yeah, and she
she's
still
still
puts
around.
up. Yeah. You ever caught yourself in the mirror getting into the bathtub and you're like, God dang.
What in the world?
like-
She is a champion.
That woman is a saint.
Gar.
So yes, I'll stick with that answer.
I like it, brother.
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
Now you got anything kind of on the back burner on that one?
Man, certainly it's definitely around the same. The wife, and then I'm one step above you in the level up process of life
That's true.
because we had a baby, and
That tends to be pretty magical,
yeah,
at least
minus
from what I've heard.
when you don't get any sleep, that's not magical.
Nope,
but
that sounds terrible.
I'd have to say I'm most grateful that we've got that little turd running around.
Okay, all right.
And then my wife is back there just helping and a lot more than I am because
Yeah.
she's better at it.
Well,
And she's still sticking around with
Yeah,
me.
it's kind of some of that maternal instinct.
Yep.
Now, I am an uncle, and I will say there's a couple things I'm not grateful about when it comes to the little turds. Number one being they literally will sneeze in your eyeballs. Like I don't like that. I don't like that. So
Yeah.
there's some give and take there, I would imagine.
Oh, I've had mine. She's in the wonderful stage of learning her body.
Okay.
And we're teaching her body parts, and every time we say, "Where's your nose?" she just whap finger right up there, and she's just enjoying picking her nose.
Nice.
She's in that stage, and
She takes after her old man.
Yeah. So we were sitting on the couch watching her ungodly Cocomelon.
Her what?
It's a stupid show that she watches, and I wasn't paying attention because I was watching TV on the big one, and she was using my phone, and she's real quiet. She just starts picking her nose, and then all of a sudden she just slaps her booger finger in my mouth.
Oh, in your mouth,
In my
bro.
mouth.
Whoa.
And
Ugh.
never wanted to throw a child before. But
Woo. Yeah, that's special.
I would have taken her farting.
Even if it smelled like dumpster
Even
had
if
been
it
left out in the
smelled
sun
like
for a couple
dumpster.
days.
I've changed some dumpsters out of that diaper before from hers, and my goodness. But then you look back, and you're like, oh my God, I created that.
Yeah. Little
I'm pretty grateful.
grateful being pops.
Yeah.
All right.
Grateful to be an old man.
Okay. Very good. Kind of a lighthearted turn.
I know.
We went from farts and
Farts and poop jokes.
yeah to a little more serious conversations.
What the Thinky Blinder is all about. Now hit us with something irreverent.
It is.
I love it.
Okay, so first and foremost, you have a two-parter.
Okay.
All right, the first part is just it should be off the cuff as soon as something comes to mind.
Okay.
You got a ship. What do you name it?
Oh, what am I shipping first?
You're not shipping anything. This is like
Just a boat?
I don't want to call it a boat because it's got to be bigger than that for the question to make sense.
Okay.
So
So I have a
let's
yacht.
Yeah, it will do like a 40-foot yacht. So a pretty good size.
Good.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's got to be called ship because you need to have the SS whatever.
So is it HSS?
I don't know. I think it's just SS.
Oh, it is. I was thinking H.H. Holmes.
No, no, we're not killing people.
Well,
I mean, you
Could.
could on your ship.
it's international waters. They
There
can't
you go.
prosecute.
You could call it State Ship Killer McKillerson.
Oh.
Okay, so we're getting off topic. Name your ship.
Oh, dang, dude. I've had a great name for like 25 ships. And I had this in my back catalog, and now you put me on the spot, and I can't remember any of them.
It's a joy of the Thinky Blinder.
Oh, dang. How's about SS Don't Sink?
The SS don't sink. I like it. Now, it actually plays into the question quite well. All right. So if you take the SS don't sink
Okay.
and slowly over a period of time, you replace every one of its bits, bobs, and pieces
Okay.
until none of the original parts are intact anymore. At what point do you have to rename your ship?
Well, obviously, you would have to rename it after you change the hole.
After you take the back panel off?
After the back panel that has the name on it, when that gets replaced, I think that's probably when you got to change the name.
That's
of
a pretty good easy answer. I was hoping for a little bit more thought process to go into it than that.
Hey, well, that's off the cuff, bro.
So if the question was, at what point do you have a different ship? How many pieces and parts would you have to replace?
Engine.
The engine? As soon as the
Yeah.
engine? What are you talking about? Like the whole boat is the same? Oh, excuse me. Ship is the
Oh,
same?
ship.
And you just replace the engine, so now you got to
I
completely
think
rename it?
I think you upgrade the engine and then you upgrade the electronics because you got a whole new boat at that point.
Well,
I mean, that's what makes it run.
that's true. That's true.
So literally,
But-
you have a brand new boat.
But
once
what
you-
makes it float is the hull. And if you got an engine but it doesn't float, then you just got an anchor,
then you got the SS sinker.
which defeats the name of the boat. Excuse me, ship.
Ship. Oh. Ooh.
So if you had,
Do I get to rename it?
well, that's what
Can
I'm
I
at.
come up with a name for the rename?
Of course.
Oh, the SSO ship. Ship. Down the whole side. All 40 foot of it.
All peace.
Oh, ship.
That would ship at the very end just be spelled out normal. Then you just have a line of O's.
Yeah, but I want the ship to be faded enough on the P to where it almost kind of looks like.
Oh, I got you. So you
shit.
gotta get in close to get the full effect.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the reason I was asking was because I have a bass boat that
Uh-oh.
I'm going to be redoing, and I've been threatened to redo it for about 3 years now, 2 years. But at what point in the redo does it become a different boat? Now, it's the same boat, but it's going to have all new, what they call
Electronics?
stringers, which is the strength of the hull. It's going to have all new fiberglass. It's going to have new transoms. It's going to have a new top coat. It's going to have new seats. It's going to have new steering columns.
Same color, or you
Nope,
recolor the
different
boat?
color.
Then you got to rename it.
Well, it didn't have a name to begin with. Oh,
It
you know
is
what?
now.
It did have a name. We called it the Boat from Hell.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's ugly.
Is it gonna still be ugly?
No, it's going to be gorgeous.
Okay.
I'm going to paint it cowboy colors, blue and silver.
And so you might as well call it the SS fumble.
I don't expect to catch anything out of
You
it.
won't. You won't.
Well, that was fun.
SS. You remember back in 1999?
It was sadly not even 99. It was like
95, wasn't it?
94, 95. Yeah. Hey, do you remember 30 years ago when we actually, could
Won?
win games? Well, dude, let's get on out of here, and I think we have one more segment today, which is the little updates, and then we
yeah.
will we'll get out of here after that. So, you ready for the updates on the cuff again?
Yeah, I think so. We got some news updates for you today.
I stole that from my other podcast.
Yeah, I know. I heard it. I heard it on the episode. I was like, oh, that's brilliant.
And what's really funny is if you listen really close, because I stole it from our first, you can hear me giggle in the background, which is
Awesome.
pretty classic.
Classic MacGruber.
What kind of updates we got today?
So we only got one.
One update.
One update. We got a message from Logan, one of our Austin fans.
Okay.
And he has an update for episode number 12.
Okay. 1T2, sir.
1T2. Logan emailed us and said, hey guys, a couple of things. Number one, I think that beards are more acceptable now because all through the 90s and early 2000s, we were told beards, tattoos, and piercings are unprofessional and unacceptable. People like myself, who has tats and a beard, wanted to prove people wrong. So I think it's more about proving a stereotype wrong. Also, and second, it's true, not all fame is good. Look at the Kardashians and the Cash Me Outside girl. But listen,
forgot about
listened. Yeah, I know. But I listened to BBC News, and there are no stories about this kind of stuff happening in the UK, Germany, Australia, Italy, or anywhere. Now,
Okay.
And that's in regards to the emailed question we had from Adele about
That's right.
the Todd Toms are all around the world, or if it's just kind of a U.S. thing.
Yep. Well,
And-
I'm going to stick to my answer that they're all over.
Agreed.
Now, whether they make the BBC,
the BBC,
that that's irrelevant to me. Irrelevant?
Ir-
Irrelevant. Oh my gracious!
irrelevant.
I gotta go back to the ant words.
Irrelevance.
Nope.
That's irrelevance.
Nope. Irrelevant.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's the correct
All
word.
right. Very good. Okay. So they just don't get airtime. I bet you $10 if you go to the I don't know. I don't know my British newspapers. If you go to the London Times, I bet you $10 there's a London Times.
I mean, I would assume so.
If you go to the London Times, I bet you can find some Cash Me Outside Later girls.
Cash me outside. How about that?
What was she on originally?
Cash me
Was she on like
outside. How
Maury?
about that? She's Cockney. I cash me outside. How about that, there, love?
Yeah, they're there. I know they're over there.
They have to. They just don't get airtime.
That's
'Cause
right.
Maybe that people's over there just like, yeah, we're not publicizing this crap.
Did you just call them that peoples?
That people's over there. Dim's folks over yonder.
I bet their DoorDash people actually do have the little silver thing that goes over their plates.
Oh, and his name's Jeeves.
Oh, nice. Jeeves or Giles, right?
Giles.
If I had one,
or Basil.
I would call him Rupert.
Rupert?
Yeah, I like that.
You'd have to roll the R.
Oh, I can't roll R's.
For a while.
Oh, really?
Rupert?
Maybe that's what should have called your ship. The SS Rupert.
Rupert?
It's got R's to go all the way around the hole. To his first point,
That was the question that was coming in. That was the voicemail that came in from Dave.
yes, that's right, about the beard.
beards.
To answer the first part, I would totally agree.
Yeah.
I think in a lot of ways it's a kickback against what we maybe quote unquote aren't supposed to do.
Sure.
I would say the same thing with tattoos.
Yeah.
A lot of us, and I'm talking about myself here,
Yeah.
a lot of us get tattoos early on because we're not supposed to.
And we just rebel.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was smart enough to get mine where not a lot of people are going to see it. So there's that.
Unless you bend
Positive.
over in that tramp stamp show.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And as you age, it kind of turns into a stop sign.
Yes.
That peace sign gets a little large and in charge. But I would definitely agree with that. And I think a lot of the millennial age group, which is our age, I guess.
Sure.
What is that, 28 to 40-year-olds now, somewhere in there? We don't put up with a lot of superficial BS.
Yeah.
We see through that. And we want to do what we want to do sometimes. And,
Agreed.
whether it's a beard or bucking the status quo or whatever it happens to be, it's just kind of a natural byproduct.
Yep. I like it.
I like it too. I think he's right on.
Right on, Logan. We appreciate your email, brother.
Yeah, we do.
Shoot me, go to the website and email us your address, and I'll get you some sweet merch coming.
He gets a koozie?
He gets koozie.
What the French, man?
And I'm gonna have you help me make the koozie that we send him.
Oh, that's brutal.
Cold-blooded. But thanks
is
again,
cold-blooded.
Logan, man. We appreciate it. And if you guys want to email us, you can go to the website, www.fwtgpodcast.com. We talked about it a little bit earlier. If you want to leave a voice message, it's the little blue circle in the bottom right corner. Has a little microphone on it. You click on that, leave us a voice message, and it gets sent right to us.
That's right.
If you go to the Chatternize page, you can. Oh,
bad.
that was nice.
My bad,
Thanks.
bro.
Yeah, fix it in post. It'll be all right.
Okay.
If you go to the Chatternize with these guys tab up top, you can get on the emails. You can email us there. If you want to, check us on the socials. We are on Facebook, Instagram, all that nonsense. It's at FWTG Podcast. Check out the Facebook page. Leave us comments there if you want to. And then
That's right. We'll get it.
Share our posts.
Please.
Get some peoples in there.
Yep.
Have somebody to talk with.
Ooh.
And then give us your questions.
Maybe meet you a a lady of the evening that's got a
Yeah.
wandering eye.
Or she can make some bomb ass banana bread.
That is true. I have 2 updates.
Oh.
2 updates for this coming week. Now,
Oh,
this
yeah.
is a PSA for all of our listeners out there. The first one is don't forget to adjust your clocks Saturday night.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you
Forget about that guy.
go to bed an hour early because you're going to lose an hour of sleep.
Yeah. It's my least favorite time of the year.
Yeah, I don't like it. I do like the effect.
Yes.
I do like that.
Yeah.
But I don't like losing the hour of sleep.
Yep.
And then secondly, definitely tune in next week to fraternize with these guys because we're going to do a special episode that's going to release a day early.
Releasing it on St. Patty's Day.
And that's a very special holiday for us.
Yeah.
And it has nothing to do with St. Patrick.
Nope.
Now, we're going to talk about St. Patrick next week.
A little bit.
A little bit.
We're talking about some booze.
We're going to talk about that for sure.
Booze will be in the mix. Faux show.
So we'll have some Patty Day stories, and we want to hear some Patty Day stories from you if you got some crazy ones.
Yeah.
And I especially want to hear if anybody's ever spent Patty's Day in
In
Ireland.
Ireland.
I would like to hear that.
Yes.
All right, so let's get out of our update segment and let's close out this episode with a little. What are we doing?
Ponder this.
A little ponder this to close it out.
Ponder this.
What you got for us, Beezy?
Why do you cook bacon but bake cookies?
That's a good question.
You had to think you blinded that one there for a
I
second.
did. You can bake bacon.
Good.
It's not as good.
That was good.
Not the same.
No.
All right.
Get out of here.
We're out of here. How about we catch you guys next time for St. Patrick's Day, early release, Wednesday, March the 17th, next week. Stay tuned for that. God bless. We'll catch you then.
Love you guys. Did you know you can actually eat bacon raw, like packaged bacon?
What?
Yeah. So
What do you mean?
So bacon that you buy from a grocery store, 99% of the time, that is, it says raw bacon,
Right.
but it has been smoked and it's cured. So you could technically eat that with no ill effects.
I always
or very
thought
minimal.
I always thought bacon was you either cook it or get botulism. I thought those were your options.
Yeah, well, I thought that as well. And then there was a Facebook group that I'm part of that was talking about it. And that was the biggest thing is the guy posted a picture. He had cream cheese wrapped in raw bacon.
Ugh.
And just, that's
And he ate
that's
it?
what he eats for a snack.
No.
Yeah, I swear, bro.
Oh.
So we might have to try that.
No, that sounds terrible. God.
Yeah, I agree. That sounds nasty.
Okay, so no raw bacon.
No raw bacon from either of us,
Even on Patty's Day?
even on patties.